Hello, CryptoWisers. Welcome back to the channel. Today is episode 2 of CryptoWise Chats, where we have in-depth conversations with the greatest minds in crypto. And in today's episode, we have a great conversation with Sota Watanabe, the founder of AStar Network, formerly Plasm Network. This is going to be one of the most important projects in all of Polkadot. And what an exciting time to talk to Sota, because him and his team, they just secured the third Parachain on Kusama last week. What an accomplishment. They raised over $29 million in Kusama for their crowd loan. And we had a great conversation. He definitely did not hold back, so you do not want to miss this. But before we jump into the interview, would you do me a quick favor? Could you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that notification bell. All right, without further ado, buckle up, because this is episode 2 of CryptoWise Chats in conversation with Sota Watanabe. Welcome to CryptoWise Chats. We got a very special guest today. I am here with Sota Watanabe. He is the founder of AStar Network and Shiden Network. Very exciting week this week for Sota and the whole team behind AStar and Shiden, as Shiden has secured the third ever Parachain on Kusama. So congratulations on that. Sota, must be a very exciting week for you. Tell us just how you're feeling.
Yeah,
How does it feel? How's this week been for you?
cool. First of all, thank you for having me today. It was crazy. Kusama Parachain auction started at 7 p.m. in my Japanese time zone. So I had a lot to do when Web3 Foundation announced the Kusama auction. And then after the 3 weeks, we collected around 138K thousand Kusama token, which is around 33 million US dollar worth Kusama. So we are really proud of being a Parachain on Kusama right now. And we celebrated becoming a Parachain today, but in the next week we're gonna focus on the technology, because technology makes a difference. And and we would like to make a Dapps hub on Kusama and Polkadot.
Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, you mentioned it. So you raised over 137,000 Kusama. That is about 33 million. I think you said it, around that range approximately. I mean, obviously the price goes up and down. So I'm just curious. We've known about these parachain auctions for a long time. We've been waiting for them for a long time. As a team, was that kind of what you were expecting? Did you have a number in your head of what it would take? Were you hoping to be the first parachain? Are you happy with being the third? How did it play out versus what you were expecting to happen?
Yeah, to be honest, we wanted to be always number 1. So number 3 is the huge win, but we would like to be a number 1 in the ecosystem. It's not joking, by the way. So we started making Plasm Network, currently AStar Network, 2 years ago. So becoming a Parachain is one of the primary milestones we had, and we achieved the milestone right now. But this is just the beginning. So there are a lot of marketing before the becoming a Parachain, but there will be a technical war. I mean, technology make a difference in the long run. So yeah, we're gonna focus on making Shiden Network stable, and we are going to implement our differentiators like Dapps staking and also cross virtual machine implementation. Maybe I'm going to introduce cross virtual machine and also Dapps staking today.
Oh, wow.
Later.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, obviously I love that you want to be number 1. Of course, being number 3, though, still pretty impressive. So we talk a lot about Polkadot on the channel. We're really excited about Polkadot. I'm curious, you're a young guy. Obviously you could have started working on a project for any of the networks. When did you first hear about Polkadot? And when did you decide, I'm going to spend my time in this ecosystem? I think this is the future. What was it about it that made you think that? And when was that? How long ago was that?
That is a very good question. So currently I'm 26 years old. So I used to work at a blockchain company in San Francisco called Chronicle, but because of the visa, I had to come back to Japan, and I became a blockchain researcher at the University of Tokyo 3 years ago. And 2 years ago, 2019, we started a company called Stake Technologies. And Stake Technology is making Plasm and AStar right now. And 2 years ago, I was hosting a lot of meetup. So meetup with Dapp Lab, meetup with Web3 Foundation, and so on. And the Gab comes to Japan 2 years ago, and I heard his, presentation and his vision regarding the Polkadot and Web3. And I realized that Web3 is one of the most important innovation in coming years, which I can, focus on in the long run. I'm still young, I think. Just I think. Internet was invented before I was born, and the mobile was a big wave. But at the time, I was a high school student or junior high school student, so I could not join the movement. So blockchain is the first opportunity for me to be involved in from day one. Since Bitcoin was invented 2008, so at the time, they are just 10 or 12 years right now, 13 years right now. So, there are lots of the space and a lot of the room for young people to join.
That's awesome. And yeah, no, don't worry. You are definitely still a young man. Don't worry about that. Lots of time for you. Lots of time. So let's talk about AStar, formerly Plasm. It's a Dapp hub for Polkadot, and obviously Shiden is a Dapp hub for Kusama. So we know about DeFi Dapps. We know NFT Dapps. On the website, you also mentioned DAOs. I'm curious from your perspective, what is a good fit for AStar in terms of Dapps? What kind of Dapps are you hoping to attract? And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Just what is a good fit in terms of a Dapp for AStar?
Yeah, currently we are really focusing on supporting NFT project, non-fungible token, because the non-fungible token is one of our advantages. I'm Japanese, and we have a lot of content, IP, such as manga, anime, and so on. And they are really looking for NFT use cases. And big companies are really interested in big use cases, NFT use cases. So yeah, we would like to focus on non-fungible token. And DeFi is also interesting, but some of the other popular parachain are working on DeFi. So we would like to make it different. But AStar Network is a Polkadot Dapps hub supporting Ethereum virtual machine, WebAssembly, and also Layer 2 solution. So we would like to be a platform for all application. So you can deploy Solidity contract, you can deploy WebAssembly compatible contract, and both on Layer 1 and Layer 2. The reason why we are focusing on making platform is Polkadot does not support smart contract by design. I mean, delay chain. So we need at least one parachain that supports smart contract. So Polkadot parachain is going to be application specific, such as DeFi chain, NFT chain, maybe DAO chain, IoT chain. But this is still very, very, very early stage. So we need more infrastructure that supports smart contract. So we are focusing on smart contract right now, but in the long run, we're gonna focus on application specific chain. But we would like to make application specific chain at this moment. So let's say if I make NFT chain, I think other projects do not want to make NFT use case on AStar, because AStar is going to be the biggest competitor from their perspective. This is similar to DeFi. So if we are making a DeFi parachain, I don't want to, someone does not want to make DeFi use case on my DeFi chain, because I will be the most strongest competitor for them, right? I can control the game. That's why we are focusing on the smart contract hub. This is general infrastructure for all people. Interesting.
Interesting. So do you anticipate, because right now we're seeing, obviously Ethereum has been the big network, but over the past year, we've seen Binance Smart Chain gain traction. We've seen now recently Polygon, and we see a lot of the major dApps that we know from Ethereum move to Binance Smart Chain, move to Polygon. So is your hope now that you have a Parachain to attract some of those dApps that we already know from Ethereum to Kusama and eventually Polkadot onto AStar and Shiden? Are we going to see dApps we already know from other chains on your blockchain, on AStar, do you think?
Yeah, thanks to Ethereum compatibility, Binance Smart Chain and the other Ethereum compatible chain is, getting bigger and bigger. So Ethereum is definitely one of the biggest smart contract platform right now. But there are a lot of problems such as high gas fee, transaction finality, and so on. So layer 2 solution is really needed on Ethereum, but also cross-chain is definitely one of the use cases that help Ethereum. And the AStar Network and Shiden Network are natively supporting Ethereum virtual machine. So theoretically, if you deploy Solidity contract on Ethereum, you can use exactly the same contract by using Metamask, Remix, and the other Ethereum tools to deploy on Shiden and AStar. But making Ethereum compatibility is not a differentiator in the long run, because Ethereum compatibility is developed by Parity Technologies as a common good. So all Parachain can support Ethereum virtual machine and Ethereum compatibility, just
Right.
like Akara, Moonbeam, AStar on the other Parachains. So what makes us different is we are also supporting WebAssembly, because WebAssembly is the future for smart contract. Gavin Wood is the creator of Solidity and also Ethereum virtual machine. And recently he says that Ethereum virtual machine is important now, but future is WebAssembly. So my idea is, why not supporting both virtual machine at the same time and make them interactive? So this is what we are working on right now.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So I this is how I'm seeing it, and it sounds like what you just said there. Early in Shiden and AStar's life, you're going to have projects can move over very easily from Ethereum or other Ethereum virtual machine networks. And that's probably what we're going to see in the beginning. But long run, the newer dApps, the people who come into the space, they're going to be building on WebAssembly, and that's kind of going to be the future of things. So that's all great. I'm curious because let's talk just quickly about the name change. So you were originally Plasm, you changed to AStar. I think because the original vision for Plasm was to be a layer 2 solution on Polkadot. And now you've changed to be a Dapp hub, which I totally get that. I guess I'm a little bit, I wonder if you could explain to me, I'm a little bit unclear as to, because I know it's still part of the vision, layer 2. I'm a little bit confused as to why Polkadot would need a layer 2, because it seems like Polkadot shouldn't have any of the same problems that Ethereum does.
Yeah, that's why we changed our name. So initially, we started making Plasma, the notable Ethereum layer 2 solution on Polkadot. So we got Plasma grant and the other layer 2 solutions grant from Web3 Foundation. That's why our name was Plasm. This is similar to Plasma. But we extended our vision from implementing layer 2 on Polkadot to making smart contract hub on Polkadot. So currently, layer 2 solution is just one of our feature, which is not so needed in the short run, because Polkadot itself is a scaling solution thanks to sharding architecture. So that's why we rebranded, because many people misunderstood our value because of the name. So if I talk about Plasm Network with investor or new developer or other team, the first things they come up in their mind is Plasma. And the Plasma does not support smart contract, generally speaking. So we are doing completely different things.
Right. I like it. So, I like the new branding. Yeah. I think it works really well. And I think the timing is great. You know, you haven't fully launched yet, so I don't think it's really that big of a deal that you changed the name. I think it's great.
Yeah.
So in terms of Dapps, I know that you're talking with over 40 projects. How soon are we going to see Dapps on, say, the Shiden Network first? When do you think we'll be able to see them and use them? How long do you think before that happens?
Yep. I think 1.5 months. So what we have to do right now is to make a stable network, I mean block production at the first step. And then we are going to enable transactions and we are going to enable proof of stake. We have a partnership with Microsoft and we can use Microsoft Azure for free. So we are going to invite ambassador and core project for them to use Azure. And we're gonna make our network stronger step by step. And then smart contract will be activated. I think this process takes 1 month or 2. And after that, once Dapps staking is activated, I think there are a lot of incentive for developers to deploy smart contract on Shiden. So regarding the Dapps staking, this is the basic income distribution mechanism only Plasm Network and AStar Network supports in the ecosystem. So by making smart contract on Shiden, you can get Shiden token from block rewards. And the distribution amount will be decided by your performance and also nomination from the community. So I would like to say this basic income from block rewards is the most sustainable and decentralized grant system.
Right.
Let's say if you are developing on something on Ethereum or other parachain, you have to pay gas fee by using Ethereum or native token, right? A native token is harder to get. So let's say I would like to make something on Parachain A. Parachain A's token is listed on Binance, but I don't wanna purchase token A at Binance to develop something, right? Just my opinion. But in case of Shiden, you can deploy smart contract by using Shiden token, and you have to pay the gas fee. However, by making smart contract or by making infrastructure, you can get Shiden token from block rewards, and this revenue should be much higher than the gas fee. So your development is going to be sustainable, and you don't need to purchase Shiden token to deploy smart contract. So Shiden Network is we aim to make developer friendly smart contract hub.
Right. That's amazing. Yeah, I think that's great. So essentially what you're saying is that any developer who develops a Dapp for Shiden or moves their Dapp over, or AStar in the future when that launches, they get block rewards on top of any other fees or any other revenue that their Dapp is generating. So that's, obviously that's a great advantage and should be very attractive for a lot of developers, hopefully. So I'm curious, I want to talk to you a second about wallets because I'm a huge Polkadot fan. I love what Polkadot is doing. I think, and as I talk to our audience, I think one of the things for people who have been in crypto for a while, who are used to Metamask, used to the Ethereum wallets, one of the things that stops them from coming to Polkadot is having to switch over to the Polkadot JS wallet. Now, you were saying that is it true that, did I understand this right, that you were saying on Shiden they will actually, and on AStar they'll be able to use MetaMask as they would on an Ethereum Dapp?
Yes. Shiden Network and the AStar Network is fully compatible with Ethereum. So Shiden token can be used on MetaMask. Because we are supporting Ethereum virtual machine environment. And also, Polkadot.js has a lot of problem. And this is for developer. This is not for the, general people, investor. So some of the other projects are making MetaMask like Polkadot.js. So once they finish the integration, AStar Network and Shiden Network is going to be very easier for developer to use and people to use.
Okay, great.
And also,
that's what I thought.
Another things I would like to talk is we have implemented ECDSA on Polkadot. So you can make AStar Network address Shiden Network's address from your Ethereum private key. So you don't need to manage, two different key on two different networks like Polkadot and Ethereum. You can use Polkadot by using Ethereum's key.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. And it's good to know. It's good to know that the wallets are going to evolve and people are working on that, because I do think that that has been a barrier for some people. So that's interesting to know. So and you brought this up too already, but I'm curious to know how you're going to be working with some of the other parachains. So we know that Akala, they are trying to be a DeFi hub for Polkadot. I believe you guys have already tested a transaction between you and Akala on the testnet. Is that true?
Yeah, we have completed the first ever cross-chain messaging passing on Polkadot testnet. So implementing on Kusama is very similar to testnet. So once we activated cross-chain messaging passing, I think we can send Shiden token to Karura, and the Shiden token can be used on Karura DEX or
Right.
Karura's DeFi, and vice versa. So we can implement Akara's stablecoin, and the stablecoin can be integrated to our DeFi use case, NFT use case on the top of Shiden.
Okay, great. So how do you imagine that you're going to work with other parachains in general? Obviously, each one of them will have a specific use case, but on one level, you're kind of competitors, I guess, in that you're trying to attract developers, you're trying to attract Dapps to your parachain, but at the same time, you're working together to build this overall ecosystem and Web3. How are you going to balance that? And how do you see that playing out?
This is also a great question. So generally speaking, Polkadot ecosystem is too small to compete at this moment. So we can make it bigger and bigger together. So we learned a lot from Ethereum ecosystem. Let's say there are a lot of layer 2 solutions like a ZK rollup, optimistic rollup, Polygon, but Polygon is like a sidechain in my definition, and the other layer 2 solution. But they can be bigger together. Some people are using ZK rollup, Uniswap is using optimistic rollup. Some people are using both or something like that. So what we have to do right now is to make Polkadot ecosystem bigger together. And then there might be a competition, but this is okay because competition accelerates innovation. So what we have to do is focus on technology and usability rather than the marketing. Marketing is also important, but we're going to focus on the technology because technology makes a true difference. And marketing is important to deliver that value to people. But technology always comes first.
Right. Yeah, no, I like that attitude. Yep, that's going to win in the end for sure. So I'm curious, Akala, I believe, is going to launch their own dApps. So obviously they're going to try to attract other DeFi dApps, but they're launching a few of their own when they launch. Are you going to be launching some of your own in-house dApps, or are you only going to be having dApps from outside developers on AStar and Shiden?
Yeah, our resource is limited, so we are really focusing on making the best infrastructure, best smart contract hub for developer. So we are not working on dApps, but we are going to deploy interface that allow people to deploy smart contract. This is called a Shiden Network portal. And this portal allows developers and users to receive and send token and deploy smart contract. So once you upload your Ink or Solidity smart contract, you can see the detail of the contract. And you can list your contract on our Dapps market page so that people can nominate their token on Dapps. And the more Dapps are created on portal, the more token will be locked on Dapps because we have a Dapps staking. As a result, the liquidity is getting smaller and smaller because the more Dapps are created on Shiden, the more token will be locked. As a result, the price is going up because there are a lot of locking Shiden on the network.
Right.
So this means the supply is going to be smaller, but demand is going to be bigger.
Right. Great. That's a great segue actually to talk about the tokens a little bit. Obviously, a lot of people who watch our show, listen to our show, are crypto investors and they want to know. So I believe, so there's two different tokens, one each for each of the networks. I believe the Shiden token is the SDN token. Is the AStar token still going to be PLM? Are you going to stay with PLM for AStar, or is that going to change?
Yeah, we are going to change the name. We did not decide it yet because
Okay.
I don't want to, scammer to allow our ticker.
Right.
But our idea is Star, STAR, or ASN. Because
Okay.
SDN in terms of like a Shiden network, so AStar network is ASN or something like that, but not decided yet.
And so obviously people who have lent you Kusama for the crowd loan, people who are going to lend you DOT for the crowd loan for Polkadot are going to get rewards. So for the people who are not lending in the crowd loan, are there any ways for them to earn any of the Shiden token or in future the AStar token? How can they be involved? How can they invest other than just buying them on the open market?
Yeah, obviously, purchasing in open market is the way to get Shiden token and the AStar token. And another way is deploying smart contract or contributing to the ecosystem. So we are making DAO. So your activity will be funded from block reward. So my first smart contract, which will be deployed on Shiden, is ambassador contract. Ambassador contract can Shiden token from block rewards, and the ambassador's address is registered on that contract. So by contributing to Shiden and by becoming an ambassador, the activity will be funded from block rewards. So yeah, I think this makes a difference. So regarding the Dapps staking, this is not just for smart contract developer, but also infrastructure developer. It might be for venture capital. It might be for ambassador or other marketing agency.
Okay, great. In terms of Plasm, one of the first times that I actually kind of heard about it, or when I was first starting to research it a few months ago, I remember Binance Labs. They announced that they were going to support Polkadot. They created this Polkadot. I kind of grant. I get. Well, they put $10 million in a fund to help Polkadot projects. Now, Plasm was one of the major investments. I think they put almost 25% of that into your project. I'm just curious, what's that relationship like with Binance? Obviously, that's a big name in crypto. What has that investment relationship been like so far? And how do you see Binance being able to help Polkadot and vice versa?
Yeah, this is also a good question. So we received a fund from Binance, OKX, Huobi, and so on. So it was Binance's first investment in a Polkadot ecosystem. So there are a lot of collaboration with Binance, and I talked with Binance today as well. So let's say who is the biggest DOT holder all over the world? This is Binance, no doubts, because they are managing a lot of dots instead of the user, right? So we would like to make an interface between Binance and Polkadot auction. So that people on Binance can directly join our crowdloan without using Polkadot.js or other tools. So this improves usability a lot. And I believe a lot of users join our crowdloan from Binance, just like Kraken. Sure. So yeah, regarding the Kusama crowdloan, around 20 or 30% of people from Kraken. So yeah, if Binance supports Polkadot auction, there will be a similar situation.
Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be really great. All right, so going back to just chat a little bit about Dapps, I'm curious because obviously you're creating a hub for Dapps. You must know a lot about what's out there. What are some of your favorite ones so far? When you are using, do you personally use any Dapps? Which ones have impressed you the most so far? The ones that are out there and people are able to use right now?
Yeah, so we have deployed Dusty Network. Dusty Network is the testnet, so no value. And Shiden Network is also deployed, but a smart contract is not supported yet. On the testnet, we have been working with Bondry very well. Bondry is making an NFT marketplace and NFT launchpad, and they have a lot of IPs regarding the anime, regarding the comedies, and so on. So we would like to bring these IP and NFT launchpad and NFT marketplace on Shiden first in coming months.
Yeah, right. No, I actually meant like outside of Shiden or outside, just you personally. Do you ever use Ethereum? Like just, do you use their dApps just as a user? Maybe I can reframe the question. So if there was one dApp from Ethereum network right now that you could put on Shiden or Plasm, what would it be?
Interesting. Yeah, we would like to have Uniswap, but this is not interesting, I think. So
no, it's good to know. It's great to hear your opinion.
Yeah, the thing is, the reason why I said Uniswap is that today or yesterday, Uniswap integrated optimistic rollup on Uniswap mainnet, and we are supporting optimistic rollup and ZK rollup as well. So they can use almost the same rollup contract on AStar and Shiden. So Ethereum ecosystem are all in on rollups in coming months. So they can migrate or make multi-chain use cases by using rollup technology, both on Polkadot and Ethereum by using AStar on Shiden Network. And we are also implementing a bridge between Polkadot and Ethereum. So it will be also ready in 2 months or so. So once we implemented Ethereum bridge, I think we can integrate a lot of ERC20 token, a lot of ERC721 token from Ethereum to Shiden and AStar.
Awesome. That's awesome. That sounds great. Now, you mentioned that NFTs are going to be a big part of what you do. Do you collect NFTs yourself? Do you have a collection? Is that something you're into?
I'm poor guy, so I don't have enough money to purchase NFT. But, yeah.
You're not the guy who bought the Beeple. You didn't buy the Beeple for 69 million. That wasn't you.
No. No.
Maybe in a few years. In a few years.
Yeah. Some people created, my NFT token on Kusama. So I would like to purchase my NFT by myself.
That would be good. All right, great. Well, I really appreciate your time because I know this is a super busy week. I'll just leave with one last question, if you don't mind. So I know I've heard you talk a lot about Web3 and how excited you are for what Web3 will be, not in the short term, as a long-term vision. I'm curious, 10 years from now, how do you imagine Web3 affecting people's lives, affecting the world? Where do you see it going?
Yeah, I think Web3 is all about verifiability. So we are using, let's say, Uniswap from Metamask. The thing is, the people are directly connecting to smart contract, I mean code, without intermediary. So we can manage we can manage the asset and by myself without relying on others. And also we can check all transaction by myself. On the other hand, in existing society, if I send my US dollar to my Japanese bank account, there are a lot of intermediary, and I cannot verify my transaction because bank is managing my transaction. And when I interact with internet, a lot of my personal information is stolen. So let's say Facebook may know myself better than me because they know the age, what I'm seeing, my friends network, etc. So yeah, we need a Web3 to connect people to program, people to code directly, and allowing people to manage their asset and information by himself. I think Web 2 will be also existed, but we need a better web for people who would like to manage their asset by himself.
Right.
And the Polkadot is going to be a very important part protocol to realize Web 3.0 because internet was independent and it was called intranet. So American network is different from Japanese network and there was no interoperability. But thanks to TCP/IP protocol, network are already connected. And that's why we can talk each other in different places. So Polkadot is going to be the same. So Polkadot connect blockchains, and we can, make a lot of new use cases, such as purchasing Ethereum NFT by using Bitcoin, or using Bitcoin on our layer 2 solution. This allow people to send Bitcoin, without waiting the finalization. Let's say 1 second or 2 seconds. This is huge. So Polkadot opened the border, and I think Polkadot is going to be one of the most crucial protocol to realize Web3. That's why we joined Polkadot, and we are working on making one of the best protocol to realize Web 3.0 by using Polkadot.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, like I've said a few times, we love Polkadot here. So we're really thankful for people like you who have taken all your skills and talents to Polkadot, and you're building something really cool there. So for people out there listening, Shiden has already secured their Parachain. They're working hard on that on Kusama, but we do imagine that the crowd loan for AStar on Polkadot will happen in the next few weeks or months. We don't know exactly when, but save your Polkadot because this is a project that you probably want to support because this is going to be a good one. So Sota, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it. Congratulations again. We're going to be at CryptoWise. We're going to be watching AStar. We're going to be watching Shiden. We really love what you're building. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. And thank you for having me today.
All right, CryptoWisers, that was my conversation with Sota Watanabe, the founder of AStar Network and Shiden Network. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. And let us know in the comments, what do you think of these CryptoWise Chats episodes? Are you into them as a new element on the channel? And if you're new to our channel, make sure you check out some of our in-depth deep dives on different crypto projects and our altcoin reports. We got a wide variety of videos on the channel, so make sure you check them all out. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. My name is Milton. Until next time, over and out.